Hi and welcome to day 12 of the Inktober Tangles 2024 challenge that I've been doing. This one is a tangle by Toma, Padro, who is a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and I absolutely love Tomas's tangles. I just think that the vast majority of them are just, they look so complicated, but they're actually really easy once you break them down into their smaller sections and steps. So this one is called X's. I think that's how you pronounce it because you effectively end up with a line of X's. So yeah, let's get started. So the pattern step out doesn't actually have a string, but I'm just going to put this one in here anyway, just to kind of keep myself right. I find that's a bit easier when it comes to doing this tangle. So you're going to draw a series of dashes and leave about the same width, same length of the dash between each dash and the next. It doesn't have to be exact. And then on the opposite side, you want them to match up. You don't have to be exact, but you're just trying to have them match up as much as possible. And under each of these dashes, you're going to add a point to form a triangle. And do this at each of these dashes. I like this tangle because of the fact that it starts to have a bit of drama because of the black triangles. It looks really good. And then you're doing the exact same thing on the other side, so that the points of your triangle are pointing in towards each other. So between every other set or pair of triangles, I'm going to draw another triangle coming up. So one triangle, skip, and then another triangle. And you're going to mirror that so that that triangle has an opposite point at bottom. Skip that again, and then put a triangle there. And what Tomas does next is that he joins this line up here together. And then he puts another, he auras that line so that the aura line is still below the peaks of those triangles. And then where you've got the two triangles opposite one another, join those points with a line. And then also add a line halfway between the other ones in the middle of those two peaks. So I think we'd probably have one around about there and another one around about there. So the next step on this tangle is the bit where you start to form the X shapes. So where you have the points here, you're going to draw a diamond-ish shape. It's not a proper diamond, but you can see the proportions of that in comparison with the rest of the tangle. And again, I just love when you ink all of this in, it's good for adding all that drama. I love drama tangles. In case you are new to tangling and you don't know what a drama tangle is, because I didn't know for a while and I was a bit puzzled by what people meant. A drama tangle simply means one that has a lot of inked in spaces. And it just looks really powerful. So yeah, in the spaces where you don't have the points, you're doing the smaller diamond. And that looks quite cool. So that's the end of the tangling stage for this particular tangle. And then what I'm going to do now is each line where you're next to one of the small diamonds, I'm going to just put a small layer of graphite, a thin layer of graphite, not small. Then I'm going to smooth that out. I'm also going to add at the bits where the line here disappears under the border, I'm going to just add a bit of graphite there. And what I've seen on the internet when I've looked into this tangle is one X shape here has graphite on it, and then the next one is more of a highlighted X, so it provides a little bit of contrast, and I just love that look. If you've been following along with these videos, you'll know that my favourite kind of tile to draw on is a tan one or a Renaissance one, because to me it's so magic when you work with the chalk pastel pencil as well. Just everything is transformed and it just begins to look completely 3D. So there we have it. This one to me is just brilliant because the steps are so simple, and yet look at what you've created here. I'm actually going to add, now that I look at it, I'm going to add a bit more shade here, either sides of where these peaks are. Smooth them out. And then I'm going to put a little bit of white in the centre. On the underside, you could do this on both sides, but just for today I'm just going to put this just on the lower section. I'm going to put a little bit of graphite here, just to add a bit of shadow. And now I'm going to call that finished. Really like this one. Really, really like it. So I hope you've enjoyed that if you joined along, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully for day 13. I just can't believe I'm already at day 13. Really been enjoying these tangle videos. So if you've enjoyed this, it'd be wonderful if you could subscribe. I'd really love that. And thank you for joining along. Bye.